Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Griever Productions. I'm here with another vocal comparison, if you will. This is going to be something that is going to be a little bit lengthy, but I know some of you guys do like the lengthier videos. This one is going to be one very close to my heart, and here's why. I have performed in Phantom of the Opera before. I didn't perform as the Phantom, I performed as Raoul. But I have performed this song, Music of the Night, on, oh God, a multitude of occasions. And it's always one that goes down incredibly well with audiences. And it is truly a phenomenal song. So when I found out that Dan Vasque had done a version of this song, I had to have a listen to it, right? Because based upon what we've seen him do in terms of musical theatre, which, granted, on the channel may only be Gethsemane from Jesus Christ Superstar, I can't think anymore. I don't think there was anything else. I could be wrong, though. He did it in such a way that was really very much like the original. And he didn't do his Dan rockifying or anything like that with it. He just sang it, and he did an incredible job. It's one of the most emotional versions. So I want to check his out. But now what I want to do is I want to take you guys through a few versions of this song. And don't get me wrong, it is a long song. It averages about 5 minutes and 10 seconds. So we're going to go through these in their entirety, and we're going to hear the different versions, right? What I want to start with is I want to start with the movie, the one that Gerard Butler sang, right? Because given that Gerard Butler had no formal training prior to Phantom, and he did a little bit of rock music from what I was able to see prior, and that was pretty much about it. His casting was surprising, and I feel as though the casting set a precedent for, rather than casting people that can sing the roles, they went for big names rather than, rather than the people that could handle it, which is a big trap that Les Mis fell into, right?
Now, prisoner 24601, your time is up and your parole's begun. You know what that means?
Yes, it means I'm free.
No.
So, before we begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. Please ring that notification bell if you have not done so already. It really does help the channel to grow. But without any further ado, let's have a listen to Music of the Night, sung by Gerard Butler from the movie Phantom of the Opera.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses.
Right. Okay, look, here's the thing, right? When this movie came out, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the version. I'm pretty sure it's 2003? Let me have a look. I was close, 2004. So 21, this is... This movie can legally drink in the States. Fantastic. At the time, I didn't really care too much. Like, I thought it was totally fine. Hearing it back now, because it has been a fair bit of time since I've actually listened to it, I am hearing some of the issues. This song is supposed to be basically... How do I put this? It's basically put into this show to be essentially a song of seduction, a song of enticing Christine to kind of submit to the whims of the Phantom, right? And it doesn't quite hit the mark for me, where a lot of versions do. And the thing is, too, a lot of the reasoning for this is due to the fact that while I'm sure Gerard Butler looked at the lyrics and studied them, because he seems like that kind of guy that he would actually go through and study that which he does not know. Vocally, he can't quite pull it off. His falsetto is nice, I have to admit. I like his falsetto, but it's supposed to be kind of romantic. It's supposed to be kind of sexy in a way, right? And it just doesn't quite hit the mark for me. At least this opening section. And the thing is, with the opening sections of this song, it needs to be impactful. You need to be able to really stop an audience and make them listen with those first few lines. So let's have a listen. Let's have a listen to some more.
Night unfurls its splendor, grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night.
Okay, so interestingly, my issues with the start were not my issues there. So I actually have less issues with that segment there, where basically what we're hearing is an interesting take where the Phantom seems vulnerable, where this song doesn't usually make him feel vulnerable. It's realistically, I don't want this to sound like I'm talking negative about the song, because that's not the point or the show, because I love Phantom. It's supposed to be a little, if I'm honest, right? So a lot of people don't really play it more vulnerable. And I think that might be why a lot of people, despite the fact that they may not like Gerard Butler's voice in this, he does get an interesting reception where people do feel for the character. I don't know, food for thought.
Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before.
That I may have to mute that part, because that there was an awful noise there that headphone users will it will hurt.
Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar.
He hit the note, but it nah.
And you live as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness that you know you cannot find. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the life you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Okay, so I've probably skipped ahead in the video here because there's a huge section there that there's really not much to say. The interesting part about most of this section, right, is that he does bring an emotion to the Phantom here that doesn't usually find its way out. See, I find that the Phantom is this incredibly flawed character, right? Clearly. He is a little bit unstable, and he is completely infatuated. He is vulnerable because literally nobody has ever shown him any form of respect, simply due to the deformity on his face, right? So he doesn't know what kindness is. But there are moments in which the Phantom is incredibly confident. He knows what he is doing when it comes to music. He knows what he's doing when it comes to making his way around the theater and scaring the living crap out of people, right? There is a form of confidence there. There is an air of confidence there. And I think Gerard Butler does that pretty well. Like, I feel like the emotion is there. He's just not a great vocalist. I think it works. I think his voice works. It's just not brilliant.
Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of
I will give it this. That last note is held really, really well. Holding that singular note whilst those chords are going on in the background is not always as easy as it seems. Sure, usually you would think that it is a case of, okay, set and forget, right? So you sing that note, night, and you hold it. When you've got all of that other music going on around you, when you've got the chords and stuff going on around you, you can sometimes find yourself naturally changing that note. It is completely possible. It's difficult, right? But overall, I think he does it okay. There's nothing like insanely wrong with the way that he does it. I just wouldn't have him do it over anybody that's trained in that sort of style of music. So, speaking of which, right, I want to take us back a little bit here with a wonderful gentleman by the name of Michael Crawford. Now, some of you would probably recognize the name as the actor for the show Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, and I love that show. I love that show so much. He plays such a weird and wacky guy. What I didn't realize until years later is that he can sing, right? And in fact was one of the first Phantoms. So I want to hear him do this. I haven't heard him sing this in a long time. So let's have a listen to Michael Crawford.
Each sensation, darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses.
Wow, okay, so straight off the bat, he may not have a tone that you particularly like because it is much more kind of airy and much lighter, right? And when you think of the Phantom, you do think of a more full voice, at least in my opinion, right? But God, he gets the emotion behind it, and God, he's singing those notes on point.
Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold and feeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life in you before.
That was the audio. That wasn't me. Or your computer.
Start to soar. And you'll live as you've never lived before.
Here's my thing with his version. I like his voice. I love the way he does it. For me, it's just a bit too perfect, where it's like, and you live as you've never lived before. Like, right on that note all the time. Whereas when you do this song, it's one of those ones, especially when you've got a live orchestra behind you, my thing would be, okay, let's push and pull this a little bit. And you live as you've never lived before. Like, just drag it a tiny little bit in certain spots, just to give it that little bit more emotion to it. But personal opinion.
Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Oh, that's lovely. I want to hear that note again.
Soul take you where you long to be.
hit that note really well.
Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin, let your darkest side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night.
Wow. Wow, yeah, okay, so look, Michael Crawford, such a phenomenal version of that song. Need to be honest, where it comes to Music of the Night, his version is one of the ones that you always talk about. He is seriously one of the more prominent performers of that song, and I definitely understand why. The way that he comes at it is brilliant. Now, while I would like to hear it a little bit more pushed and pulled in terms of the dynamic, there's definitely no taking away from the fact that the man sings that incredibly, incredibly well. And he's been doing it for many, many years, so you would expect it to be pretty good, but he does it brilliantly. It's so nice. It's so nice. And I love his voice. I think it's truly something great. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to go into a classical vocalist. We're going to change it up a little bit to move away from the kind of quote-unquote norm, right? We're going to have a listen to Andrea Bocelli. This guy, we all know, he's a phenomenal vocalist. Beautiful, beautiful voice. And this is a version of the song I actually haven't heard before. So I'm actually really excited to hear how well he does this. So let's get into it. I'm sorry, but how freaking cool would it be to have this orchestra do this in front of a crowd like that? That'd be so cool. Oh, that's cool.
Heightens each sensation, darkness
Okay, so there's some interesting things that I'm noticing here, right? So, vocally, the man has no issue. What I am interested in is the fact that this man has no in-ear fallback, which tells me that there is just, not in-ear fallback, in-ear monitor, which tells me that it's literally done with fallbacks on here. There seems to be a slight discrepancy between his voice and the orchestra, which is probably due to that exact setup, right? It's interesting. I might be wrong, but we'll see. Yeah. Fall back.
Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your gaze away from cold, unfeeling light. The darkness of the music of the night.
I don't know if he mixed up words there or not. Because I know that this song has gone through many different renditions, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had. I wouldn't be surprised if he hadn't.
Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the lights you knew before. Let your soul take you where you want to be.
Okay, they've cut a whole verse and chorus. Okay, I now understand. He didn't do anything wrong.
Then can you belong to me?
Oh, he does have an in-ear.
Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darkest side give in to the harmony which dream alone can write. The power of the music of the night.
Ooh, interesting approach.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Very interesting approach there. Yeah, wow, okay. Very interesting approach because a lot of people attack that with going into falsetto. Music of the night. And going from there, right? But he did that in full-blown chest voice, which is an interesting way to go about it, which I wasn't expecting. He held it very, very well. Very, very nicely. All right, so let's move on now. So this one I really want to listen to. This is by a gentleman by the name of Anthony Warlow. Now, Warlow is an Australian. He is a very, very well-known musical theatre performer here, with phenomenal training behind him. He is a wonderful, wonderful singer. He's probably When it comes to musical theatre in Australia, he's probably one of, if not the biggest name that is here. I've attempted to see him about 5 or 6 times, to be completely honest. However, every time that I've gone to see a show with his name on it, it's always been the understudy. I don't know why. I don't know why that's always happened. So it's unfortunate. I did get the opportunity to see him, however, in a show called The Main Event, which was him, John Farnham, and Olivia Newton-John back in the day. And that was phenomenal. Like, I had to have only been about 6 or 7 at the time, maybe even younger, actually. But I still actually remember it. It left that much of an impact on me as a kid that I remember it vividly. It was so good. So, I actually haven't heard Anthony sing this, so I don't know how he goes about it. So this is actually a bit of a learning experience for me as well. So let's hear Anthony Warlow sing Music of the Night.
Night time sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and awakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses.
Wow. Wow.
Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night.
Wow.
Close
The
your
control.
eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before.
Interesting.
Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar.
Okay, I need to pause there. It's so different to all of the other ones that we've heard, right? But the thing that is really impressive to me is that the way that he emotes it is done in such a theatrical way, you know, obviously being a theatre song and being a theatre performer. He's able to do this very quick swap in and out of head voice and chest voice, something that I haven't really ever seen on this channel. Usually it is a much more longer period of time that they're in a head voice or chest voice scenario, but not him. It's so quick. It's so quick. That is wonderful.
And you'll live as you've never lived before.
But also, he pushed and pulled that as well, which is what I was saying before, where it's a case of don't have it just on the beat the whole time. Push it and pull it. You've got an orchestra there. Use it. They will follow you. I like it.
Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me.
Wow.
Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin, let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. My song take flight. Help me make the music of the
Incredible. Truly. That is probably one of the most fundamental theatre performances of that song that I have heard. I think that that is incredibly well done. I think it's brilliant. His voice is beautiful. The control that man has. It's just something else. It's just something else. And you can see why he is one of the, if not the most prominent male theatre person in this country. His name pulls a lot of people to actually go and see those shows. And honestly, the man's a wonder. Like, you can hear in his voice too. He could do that song for hours. Like, he could sing it back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and he would still be fine by the end of it. His stamina for it is just something else. It's on another level. All right, so let's get to Dan now. So this is interesting. Now, the reason I put him last is we have gone through basically a bit of a timeline of how this song has been performed over the years, and Dan tends to do things a little bit more, quote-unquote, new. He brings new life to them, right? So I am very excited to hear how he does it. So let's just jump in and see how we go.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Beautiful. Now, the reason I said good boy in a really weird tone, and I'll never say it like that again, is the way that he has already set the precedent that he's not going to just be straight singing it. He's going to be emoting it, which is really important, and you need to be able to do that early, right? And he's done that. Also, I do apologize, but that mask is a little too big for you, Dan. But having said this, I know how hard it is to get a mask that fits. I had to get a custom-made hat because my head is too big. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of
the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your
He did the theater thing. He did the theater thing. He did the thing that I was just saying for Warlow. Close your eyes. The way that he went from head to chest there. It's so quick. Listen.
Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar.
Okay, well done.
And you live as you've never lived before.
Fantastic.
Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness that you know you cannot find. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the life you knew before.
Now you're going to attack it, buddy.
Let your soul take you where you long to be.
All right. Leaning a little bit more on the rock vocal, but that's cool.
Can you belong to me?
Going the octave lower is a choice. I like it.
Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savory sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night.
Awesome. Okay. I mean, I knew it would be. Dan's voice is absolutely phenomenal, right? Okay, so basically what I wanted to do with this video, right, I've taken it through multiple eras of versions of this song, right? We did kind of start it a bit backwards, where we started with the movie, which despite Gerard Butler not being, you know, the most phenomenal vocalist, it really did set a precedent for how that song is handled in the future. And Dan kind of did it a little bit similarly. Not the same. He definitely does things in his own way 100% of the time, which is great. But it did. But that movie did set a precedent for how the song gets performed after the movie came out. Now, the other performers that we have there are very much more in the kind of, I don't want to say traditional mindset, but it is, I suppose it is a little bit more along that line. You've got Bocelli that did it incredibly, like, classical. You've got Michael Crawford, who was one of, if not the first person that sang it. Okay, so Michael Crawford was the first one to sing it. Okay, interesting. And then Sarah Brightman did a version of it for her album in 1992. Okay, so that's very interesting. Yeah, so basically, Michael Crawford was the start, right? So if we think of it that way, Michael Crawford started it all. He then kind of set the precedent for that song, and then Warlow took it and did his version with it, which is slightly different. It has a little bit more push and pull. It is a little bit more in a way emotive. Andrea Bocelli did it very differently again, where it's less a theatre production, it's more a classical performance, right? And then we have obviously the movie version, and now Dan. And Dan's version is very interesting, where Dan's version is very, very interesting, in which it is but Dan has done it in a very interesting way, where he's done it more along the style of the modern movie, quote unquote modern. It's, you know, as we realized before, it's 21 years old now, but still managed to sort of, I don't know, spice it up with his own style. And that's super important, to allow the voice to flow in those moments, to allow it to, well, no pun intended, but allow it to soar in that moment, right? And he does it incredibly well. Anyway, there's not much else to say about this. This was pretty much just a timeline of different versions that the song has undergone. And let me know what you like about each one, because I think it's super important that these videos are not to say, hey, this person is better than this person or anything like that. It is by no means the purpose of these videos. It is to look at them objectively and go, okay, where do they differ? And why are they good in their own right? And to be honest, I loved all of them. All of them have their beauty. All of them have a very unique take on it, despite it being exactly the same song. And that's the beauty of music. You can change things with the simplest inflection, here, there, or wherever. And that's music. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. Like or favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.